Good evening. I'm saying good evening because it's 7:25 in the afternoon. It's a Sunday. I wish this was the Sunday Scaries, but it's not. Where do I even start with this, actually? I hope I'm on the verge of coming out of a depressive state. I really hope. It's been 7 days or something. I genuinely feel like I've been losing my mind. It's been so horrific, and I want to cry thinking about it because it sucks. But basically, I've been having this self-crisis identity. Why'd I say it like that? I don't know. My sense of self is fragmented, and has been since I was a young one. I have CPTSD. It's split my perception of myself and disconnected me from my body, and I basically spend a lot of time trying to undo that. This depressive state that I entered came paired with a sickness, and I'm a firm believer that if I'm sick, it's a result of a lot of mental suppression. And I think that I have been, not mental, emotional. I think that I have been suppressing a lot of things emotionally recently, and now I am sick. I'm coming out of that though, which is good. So basically, I feel as if I'm coming out of this depressive state because I can express things, and I can talk back to the noise in my brain, and I can connect dots a little bit better. Whereas there were points in the past couple of days where I'd ask the question, what am I good at? Who am I? And I'd have nothing come into my brain. And then I'd be like, oh my God, that's scary, isn't it? And it would freak me out, and I'd spiral. Or I would go straight into avoiding the fear and just be like, well, I'm just gonna watch a bunch of true crime stories on repeat, and maybe that'll fix things. That's also another indicator that I'm not doing well, is when I start watching a bunch of true crime stories, and not just every now and then. It's one after the other after the other after the other. I also had an interview today with this company with this company that I really admire and think is amazing. And because I have been really feeling the fragments of myself and the disconnect between all of my parts and how they integrate to become my identity, I was just feeling so weird through that interview, and I don't know that I don't know. I think I kind of botched it, and I'm feeling pretty down about that, which sucks because this morning I was feeling really good. I was I had my interview today. I'm feeling less discombobulated. I'm feeling a bit more in my body, and after the interview I was I'm depressed. I don't want to be seen. I want to be in a hole. So unfortunate. Yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. I think in the past year, disassociating has become something that I don't do as much, and it's come back in the past couple days. And I think this period of time has just been a reminder that my healing journey is not linear. It is something that I will have to keep working at for the rest of my life, whether I want to or not. If I want to be alive, then I have to keep doing it. And it's kind of exhausting. It's not going to be super fun and funny all the time. It's going to be dark and scary and lonely sometimes, and I'm going to feel out of control. I'm going to feel like I don't have answers to things. And I have to be okay with that. Even when I'm feeling so fearful and lonely, I have to be okay with just being just going to feel like this, and then I'll stop. I have to be okay with that, and I have to accept that. And that's scary, and I don't want to. And sometimes I won't. And sometimes I'll drag it out a little bit, and that's okay, because I always end up finding my way back to where I am now of that's what that was. don't feel great about it, but I'm okay, I guess. Anyway, something that I realized as well is when I was younger, I was diagnosed with depression at a very young age. And when I got older, more recently, I thought of like, this is the same thing with the ADHD diagnosis as well. I was very confused about why one of the biggest symptoms is like mess and like disorganization and chaos and shit piling up everywhere. My piles, which is funny because that's like a poop thing, but my clothes piles or mess piles were not nearly as like chaotic or unorganized as I'd seen of like friends, or the way that depression or ADHD is depicted by the world or other people. And then I saw this video by this TikTok creator who was explaining that the symptoms of ADHD, and I'm assuming depression as well, are displayed differently for Black women. And I was like, literally, that was what I was like. That's interesting. And I thought about how culturally I was influenced by my parents in certain ways to keep up a certain appearance, whether that meant in the home tidiness or physically appearing to be okay or neat and tidy. So that's a way that my symptoms couldn't really come out. All that to say, in my room the past few days, there have been small piles, and it's not more than one. It's actually just, I have a little chair in my room. It's not really a chair, it's like a little stool. Things started to kind of collect. And then my bedside tables, they're usually like organized in a way that the things that I use the most are available to me, and then other things are just where they're meant to be and not there. And the past couple of days I started to realize that my bedside tables were a little bit chaotic, and that was a growing stool pile. It's two poop references in one sentence. And then I cleaned them up, and I changed my sheets, and I exfoliated in the shower, and I feel so different. I think I underestimate the power of looking after myself in ways that might seem superficial, and how that can help me look after myself in ways that are, I don't know how to make that sentence a sentence. Anyway, that's how I've been. I'm just being real. I've got that song stuck in my head, and I've been singing it all day. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you scream. I think I thought I saw you cry. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. I'm gonna try my best not to fixate on today's interview, because that might haunt me. It might make me cry. My eyes are getting a bit stingy right now, aren't they? I had this thought in the shower the other day. I was like, oh, like, depression's for life. Oh, cool. Okay, my brain's like this for life. Like, this isn't just like a phase. Okay, cool. Something that cheers me up is by saying, God's bravest soldier. And then it makes me like not want to like walk out the earth's door, you know what I mean? And never look back if I say that. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, and I thought that I thought to do it. I do this thing where when life is good, I'm like, life is so good and it will always be this way. Love life. I will never stop loving life. Loving life is how I feel all the time. And then when I start to feel sad, I'm like, no, I don't. Remember, I love life. I can't be sad. I love life. And then it gets to this point where I just don't have energy to do anything. And I'm sad. And I'm crying. And I'm sick. And things are hard. And I'm watching crime videos. And everything's depressing. Here's my tip to future me. Please take this advice. When you feel something sad creeping up your throat or behind your eyes, or you feel something gloomy coming your way, don't run. Face it. Man up. Journal about it. Talk about it. Feel it. I don't like this. This is not fun. I think I thought I saw you cry. Dust a guy. That's me in the corner. Limbo. I feel like I'm in fucking limbo. Alright, I think I'm done now. I feel so fucking bitter right now. I don't feel like doing a proper smile. It's like my resting face now. Bye.